Guys, what is up and welcome back to another AFL rebuild video. So my last video, we tried to rebuild the Carlton Football Club. It did not really work out. We're going to try and rebuild the Fremantle Football Club. I also did a stream the other day where we basically tried to rebuild the Gold Coast Suns. We made a preliminary final, so we almost got there. So we will be doing a rebuild with the Fremantle Football Club. Let's get into it. I've seen a lot of people say they want to see the Fremantle Football Club be the team to rebuild. So we're going to do it in today's video. I am going to start the first season as a rookie. Gameplay will always be on Hall of Fame. We're going with our original name as Sir Rebuild. We know this is the name we're going to be rolling with. This coach as such. But yeah, so Fremantle do have some pretty good players. You've got David Mundy, of course. You've got Nat Fife, Jesse Hogan when he's up and going. Last season, ladder position was 14th. Captain is Nat Fife. We're going to simulate the first season. I'm just going to get through the Marsh series, and I'll just tell you guys what's coming in this video. So, if we do manage to make a grand final, I might play it. I might play the 2.5 minutes quarters and see if we can actually win the flag with this Fremantle football team. Or I might just simulate, because I mean we are trying to sim. We're not trying to play it. We're trying to just do everything by the simulation, because we're trying to be the best coach we can. So let's get into the video and let's get into our fixture, as we want to simulate to the last game of the season. So Fremantle rebuild, let's get underway. I'll see you guys at the end of the AFL season. So we've reached the end of the AFL season. Where did we actually finish? I'd love to see, because I've simulated the entire season. We are currently 17th, 8-13. The Swans are 4-18. We're at the final game of the year, so I will simulate and we will get ready to rebuild this roster, because I really hope that we don't get actually sacked. That would probably ruin the episode. I don't think we will. Bad luck. We lost the AFL Premiership. Oh my God, Carlton made the grand final against the Magpies. How did Carlton make the grand final? Oh boy, maybe we need to try and rebuild Carlton again, because that is absolutely crazy. Tom Campbell from North Melbourne won the Brownlow medal. Jesse Hogan was the best and fairest for our club, and Ron O'Connor. I swear Collingwood always managed to win the AFL Grand Final. They always managed to find a way to win the Grand Final. So we are here. Let's have a look. This is where we want to rebuild. It's normally like a 2 season thing, but I think that I'm just going to go with the 1 season. We're going to try and get this done in 1 season. Let's see what we can do. So let's go and have a look at our trade offers that we have received. We got trade offer from Essendon. Essendon is interested in doing a deal for draft pick 31, 49, and 67. They're prepared to offer 28, 64 in order to get the deal done. I mean, that means we get to move down to 28. I mean, that is okay. Isaiah Butters to the club is interested. I have no idea who Isaiah Butters is. Melbourne is interested in inquiring Jesse Hogan. They are prepared to offer up Alex Neil-Bullen. Well, Jesse Hogan does not want to go back to Melbourne, so that is not getting done. Essendon is interested in inquiring draft pick 31 and Lino Thomas. They are offering pick 28, so Essendon want to get pick 28. Carlton again. Nothing there for us. Nothing that's very, very interesting. I mean, I'm going to do this deal with Essendon, considering we'll get draft pick 28. It's probably a deal that I'm like happy with. I'll take it. Offer accepted. So we get draft pick 28. We do give up a few picks, but that is okay. So let's have a look at the free agency. Let's see who's on the board. It's always like the same players, but I might have to simulate to the next season just to do. But who would we like to bring in? Now, I do need to get our negotiate contracts down. Let's have a look at see who's expired, who we'd want to bring back. There are a few players on this list who we definitely need to bring back. There is a lot of players actually on this list. It's okay, Nat Fife. I was just worried that Nat Fife wouldn't be on that list. Matt Taberner, I'm going to negotiate his contract, because we definitely want Matt Taberner to return. 268,000. He'd be happy with 268,000. So we're going to offer him that. So he accepts our contract offer. It's okay. I'm trying to get our players done first, and then we will look at free agency. James Aish, definitely want him to return. He's looking at current salary 300,000. That's okay. It's an extra 500,000. That is okay. I'm happy to do that. Blake Acres, definitely need him to come back. I really do rate Blake Acres. 360,000. Yep, why not? And let's have a look. Who else is here? Bailey Bound. I'm pretty sure this is Banfield. Blakey, Carter, Cox, Dixon. Cox is the big ruckman. So I'm guessing... yeah, we'll offer him a contract. He's probably going to be really, really good for us as we go on. Hamling, need him in the back line. We definitely need him to stay in the back line. We're going to re-sign him. Let's go down. Let's have a look and see who else is here. Brendan Matera. So it's Brendan Matera. Well, I definitely want to do McCarthy first because he definitely is a player who is going to stay on the list. Current salary, $340,000 he wants. You can have that. I'm happy to offer that up. Do we want to bring back... I don't know if we really do want to bring back Brendan Matera. He's 28 years old. I mean, he's a pretty good goal sneak. I do want to bring back David Mundy. Now, I don't know if he's going to accept. So, David Mundy, he retires. So, that's okay. We lose David Mundy. I am pretty disappointed we lose him. Blakey, I'm going to bring him back. Definitely want him to return. I think he wants 390. He accepts. Okay, that's all right. Now, let's have a look. So that is pretty sad that we lose David Mundy. Alex Pearce, yep, he can definitely return. He's a pretty good player. I've seen some good games from him. He definitely is in our long-term plans. Let's go down and have a look and see who else we may need to bring back. There are some. I mean, Dusty Tucker. I'm gonna bring him back, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got at the minute. Taberner, we've basically re-signed all the players I really, really wanted to re-sign. Brendan Matera is definitely a player I definitely could re-sign, but I definitely do want to go look at free agency and see who we can snatch up. So let's have a look who's in free agency. Kate Simpson, Schofield, Paddy Ryder. Who would be a good fit for this Fremantle team? What would push us over the edge? Jasper Pittard, age. I mean, Nick Naitanui, couldn't really get him. I mean, we've already done him. We got him in the Carlton series. Didn't really work, so I'm not going to go with him. Is there any good players here we could bring in? I mean, Josh Kennedy's 32 from the Songe. Kennedy again from the Eagles, 33. I think he may be retiring. Surely he's retiring. Tommy Hawkins, Toddy Goldstein. I mean, there are some pretty good players. I mean, Mitch Duncan would be okay to bring into that midfield. I mean, he's a rated 91. I'm going to bring Mitch Duncan on board. I know he's a little bit old. He's demanding 520. He's demanding 570. You know what? We're going to get it. So we have signed Mitch Duncan. Mitch Duncan can come to the football club. I still think we need to go after like a big forward. So let's have a look at these rated. Scott Penderbury, of course, but I feel like he will return to the Collingwood Football Club. Tom Hawkins up forward would be very, very dangerous. Robbie Gray. See, Robbie Gray at the Dockers with Nat Fyfe. And I feel like we need it. We need to get some players to help Nat Fyfe. We're going to go with Robbie Gray. We're going to sign Robbie Gray. He's after $450,000. Come to the Fremantle Football Club. And now I think we need a forward. A forward and maybe a backman. I mean, we've got $2 million to spend. I'm pretty happy with this, how this team is shaping. Can we steal Josh Kennedy for one season? Now, we only want to compete for one season. I mean, he is old. He's 33 years old. You know what? We're going to bring Josh Kennedy on board. We are going... I mean, I think he might be retiring. He's retired. Now, that hurts. Maybe Tom Hawkins? Well, Tom Hawkins would be... Tom Hawkins has come to the... I mean, Tom Hawkins isn't a Josh Kennedy, but we're happy to have him on board. So we have signed Josh Kennedy, Robbie Gray. I like the look of this Fremantle team now. So, like I said, we need a little bit more help for Nat Fyfe in the midfield. I mean, David Mundy's not going to come back. We know that. Maybe like another strong backman. Like, I mean, Jack Chengro from the Bulldogs. Do we really want to take the punt on him? I don't think so. Let's go down. Let's have a look and see who else is available in this year's draft. Well, in this year's free agency. I mean, I do kind of want to make some trades. I've got $1 million available. Do I want to bring someone else on board? Who do we want to bring a little bit of leadership on board? See, Toddy Goldstein would be very, very nice to come in. But we did sign our actual ruckman. You know what? We're going for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Toddy Goldstein. He accepts the offer, so we are going to settle with this. Let's now go have a look at negotiate contracts. Let's have a look at our list. Let's go down and see who we have signed. I like the look of this team now. Have a look at some of these players who have come in. Mitch Duncan, Robbie Gray, Todd Goldstein, and Tommy Hawkins. I mean, teams... it is realistic because they they could get rid of these players. They could definitely get rid of these players as they're older now. 32. Robbie Gray's 32. Tom Hawkins 32. So we have $1 million to spare. I might go look at some trades. How many trades do we have available at the moment? Now we can see how many trades. We have 15 trades remaining. 15 offers remaining. For the Dockers to come into the side, I feel like we need to, now we've got all these old players, we need to bring in like a young star. A young player who isn't necessarily seen as the number one option on a team, but definitely has crazy potential. So I'm going to look at Carlton's list and see what they have on their list who we could bring in, who is, like I said, could be a star for us. Who is on a list who I feel like should be getting a game, a regular game. Maybe the Gold Coast Suns will give us something because they do have some players who do want to leave the Gold Coast Suns. So let's go look at the Gold Coast Suns. We'll see if they have anything for us. If I can just change this over, then we can actually have a look. So let's have a look at the Gold Coast Suns. Who is on this roster? Now, I mean, I tell you who would be okay to grab. Now, I don't know if they're going to do the deal, but Ben Ainsworth. I'm going to try and get Ben Ainsworth over to Freo. Now, this will be the final thing I do before we get into the season, before we do our draft and see the free agencies and all that kind of stuff. Who could I offer up for Ben Ainsworth? You know what? I'm going to offer our pick 13. Offer was not accepted. They feel insulted. Or maybe we need to throw in a player. How much? So he's rated as 79. So maybe I can match the rating. So we give up pick 13, but maybe Reece Conker. Gold Coast Suns don't think this is realistic. I mean, it does make sense that he is a very good player. Stephen Hill is 30. Could we bring in... You know what? We're going to offer up Brendan Matera. We do not want to sign him. Can we trade him? Offer was not accepted. They think it's unrealistic. Let's chuck in another pick. Round 2, pick 28. Offer was not accepted. Ben Ainsworth would be a very nice addition to this team. I'm going to add another player in. Who else could we add in to send to the Gold Coast Suns? I mean, I feel like this team is building very nicely. I could try Bailey Banfield. He is a young player. I feel they're not going to do this deal. I feel like we need to give up on this deal. Let's go and have a look at some other teams before we finish this off. That is very disappointed. I really did think that they were going to do the deal. I mean, let's have a look at maybe one of the young Port Adelaide stars. I mean, you've got Connor Rosie, who's an 82 at the moment. You go down here, you've got Xavier Dersma. I'm going to try and get Xavier Dersma. Let's see if we can get this done. They're actually pretty hard to trade with. Let's throw in Brendan Matera again. We'll see if we can get this trade done. Offer was not accepted. Maybe throw in another player. I'm going to throw in another player. Maybe, I mean, I did like Blake Acres. He's going to stay. Maybe Reece Conker and Brendan Matera for Xavier Dersma. That is a lot. I'm almost satisfied. Maybe like another 80. I mean, I don't want to get rid of Rory Lobb. Cam McCarthy, don't want to get rid of him. Sean Darcy, don't want to get rid of him. I mean, would they take Travis Collier? No. I feel like we're almost there, though. What about another pick? Well, I don't think it's realistic. You know what? We're going to settle with our free agent signings. I actually do want to see if I can trade off Brendan Matera. I definitely want to get rid of him, to be honest. I know that it's stupid. He's a young forward. But who could we get? I'm after a young player. A young, exciting player we can bring into the team. Brendan Matera is 28. He isn't that old, but I feel like we need to move him on. So we're going to go have a look. Maybe Richmond will give us like a Shy Bolton, because we know Bolton did want to come home. I want to see what he is rated. Shy Bolton is an 80. Maybe we give them pick 13. How? I mean, Shy Bolton would be very nice on this team. Let's give him Reece. Maybe take Reece Conker back. Will you guys take Reece Conker back? If they take Reece Conker back, then this is a chance. Offer was not accepted. Richmond are not satisfied. I mean, he's very young. I'm still gonna try and get this done with a young team. Maybe Dan Rioli. What's Dan Rioli's rated? Could I get Dan Rioli on? I feel like he's gonna be an 80. Yeah, an 86. So there's no way we're gonna be able to get Dan Rioli. Trying to think who else is a very nice young player who we could add to the add to the team. I mean, the Bulldogs have a few good young players. I'll have a look and I'll see. Maybe a Bailey Smith is an 80. Would they do this? Brendan Matera offer wasn't accepted. So this is very, very tough. I mean, to make a deal for a young up-and-coming star. I mean, Ed Richards. See, I feel like we need a young little star who can blossom. Maybe we can get Ed Richards from the Dogs. He's a good backman. The Bulldogs are just, I mean, we're offering pick 13 like for one player. I feel like I can't do any trades. So I'm just going to advance to the draft. Let's have a look at the you're no longer able to negotiate contracts. That's fine. Delisted free agency. How much money do we have? So we've got $1 million to spend in delisted free agency. Let's have a look at the highest rated player, Gary Ablett. I feel like he always retires, so I don't feel there's a way we're going to be able to get him. So we can't get him. Stephen Martin's probably retired. David Mundy's retired. Paul Piopolo. Now we got him in our Gold Coast series. Don't think I'm going to go after him. Maybe we just have to bring Brendan Matera back. Maybe that's the key. I know I got a few of our players in here, but you know what? Poppy, come on board. Poppy, you can come on board. You can sit in our forward line. I know you're a little bit older than Brendan Matera, but you're an 84. I mean, Mark Murphy. Retiring at the end of contract. Okay, so I thought maybe we could have got Mark Murphy. Well, we're going to get Paul Piopolo stuff. He's an 86. I mean, why not? Why not bring him on board? He's after 380. This is the last deal we are going to make. We are done. Let's advance. Let's get this finished. Maybe there's any offers. Do we have any offers from teams? Inbox. Let's check them. No. Oh, trade off from the Swans. From the Swans. 14th to the 9th. Sydney Swans interested in acquiring Lino Thomas draft pick 7 of the club. They're paid off at draft 55. We can't do any more trades. So that's okay. Let's get into the draft and let's move this along. Any remaining salary cap used to recontract players, continue. That is fine. I'm more than happy to have all the players back. Let's have a look who we can pick. I mean, auto picking, that's fine. I'm just going to auto pick all because we are pushing to this. We are ready. I feel like we've got enough players on the list who can make a difference. We signed a lot of players in the off season. So let's have a look at this team. I wanted to manage my team just before we started. Have a look at what we are running. So Nat Fyfe, Mitch Duncan moves into the midfield. I like that. Michael Walters, Tom Hawkins at centre half forward. Robbie Gray at the other half forward mark. Paul Piopolo, Jesse Hogan, and Darcy Tucker. We've got Tucker there. Let's have a look at our back line. James Aish, Stephen Hill at centre half back. Now we can't have Stephen Hill at centre half back. That is just not going to work. I might play McCarthy at centre half back. Now we haven't got a lot of players on our list, which I'm pretty happy with. Reece Conker. On the wing. I mean, why is Cam McCarthy? We're going to bring Cam McCarthy up. And Pierce can go into the midfield. Hamling, Collier, Toddy Goldstein in the full back position. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to put Toddy Goldstein to the bench because he is going to be playing in the team every single week. I'm going to try. Hamlin can go to full back. Blakey, Chera, that is very, very nice. Who is in our... I mean, Tabner has to come into the side. I feel like he needs a spot in the team. I'm going to put him in the right forward pocket. Who else have we got? O'Reilly, Cox, Akers. You know what? I'm going to settle with this team. I like the look of this team. Brayshaw's in there. This is a very, very nice team starting from the back line. Blakely, Hamling, Chera, Collier, McCarthy, Harley, Conker, Pierce, Aish, Mitch Duncan, Nat Fyfe, Rory Lobb, Robbie Gray, Tom Hawkins, Michael Walters, Taberner, Jesse Hogan, and Paul Piopolo. So let's simulate to the end of the Marsh series and let's get into round 1 of the AFL Evolution rebuild for the Fremantle Dockers. So we are at round 1 of the AFL season. We have our team. We are ready to go. We've made some moves, made a couple of trades. We signed a few experienced players who I feel like could push us over the edge. I'm going to simulate to the mid-season and then I'll give you an update of how we are going and basically, yeah, what's in store for this Fremantle football team. So I'll see you guys at the half mark of the AFL season. It is the Fremantle Dockers. Let's see how much we improve. So we're around 14 at the moment. I'll just give you an update of how we're going. Now I thought we actually did start the season off pretty well. We're currently sitting 12th. We're 6-6. We are pushing for that top 8 position. We've got the Bulldogs. I might just run through here and just run through for the rest of the season and see how we finish. It's round 14. We actually belt the Dogs quite convincingly, I must say. Jesse Hogan, 3 goals. Walters, 2 goals. Paul Piopolo had 28 disposals. Oh boy. It's good to have Paul Piopolo in the team. I mean, he was a very, very nice pickup. Got him for cheap as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. Kept my membership just discounted and all that. I need to actually train my players as well. Oh boy, 22, 8, 140 to 815, 63. Walters, 30. Harley, 26. Hogan kicked 6. Walters kicked 5. Paul Piopolo kicked 4. That's crazy. I'm going to check all our stats at the end of the season. Let's put these up. I actually need to go and train my players, make sure they're all trained up. We definitely do not want our players to... Oh, actually, let's look at our injuries, see who's out. Cox, 11. I mean, no big players who we basically signed. Let's train all these players. Let's make sure they're okay. I don't really care how they train, to be honest. We just want them all trained up. As we've moved into 6th, 8 wins and 6 losses. Things are looking okay for this Dockers team. 18-13 to 7-16. We actually smashed the Hawks. Tom Hawkins, 27 disposals. Robbie Gray kicked 4 goals. This Fremantle football team, could we push towards a big finals campaign after finishing, I think, 14th or 15th? We lose to the Roos. Okay, that's okay. But how are we going on the actual... I mean, we're 7th at the minute. 9 wins and 7 losses. This is a must-win against the Cats. And the Cats in a massive high-scoring game. 44 goals were kicked. They get the job done. Wow. Maybe does that drop us out of the 8? Or are we still in the 8? Oh, so we're currently sitting 9th. So this is a must-win against the Blues. Surely we can get the job done at home and we get blown out by Carlton. No. Surely we make the finals. Come on. It's our 2nd year. Gold Coast Suns. We beat the Suns by 109 points. That is going to be very, very good for our percentage. Walters, 6 goals, 29 touches. Tom Hawkins had 30. Oh boy, he is dominating at the moment. Big Tommy Hawkins. Where does that put us back into? Surely that gives us a chance to make the 8. Still 9th, but look at our percentage. Our percentage is very, very healthy. We're versing the Swans this week. We can't get the job done. What round are we at the moment? Surely we can slot into the finals. I feel like we're just going to miss out. Round 22, we have to win. We do win. So we beat the Saints by 50 points. I mean, they were just above us. Does that give us a chance to make the 8? Where are we on the ladder at the moment? We are 9th. So this is a... And we are playing the power. Oh, boy. Let's have a look at this ladder. Oh, boy. If we beat the power, we will play finals. Yes, we will play finals if we beat the power. Or Carlton lose. Oh boy. Can we do it? Oh, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look. We don't win. No, we don't win. We don't get the job done, so we miss the finals. No. No, we miss the finals. That's actually heartbreaking. The team we built, and for us to end up like that, that hurts. The Roos go on to win the grand final for 2021. Well, that's a heartbreaker right there. But I've actually enjoyed this build. I feel like I want to do Fremantle again. I want to have another crack at them. I might do season 2 for this for the Fremantle football team. So I might actually go on and actually do another season. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We did sign a lot of players. You could say it was realistic. It wasn't really realistic. But I was actually pretty happy. Tom Hawkins, best and fairest for the Cats, and best and fairest for the Cats as well. How does that work? I don't really know how that works. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoying these kind of videos. I will be getting more out. Like I said, I really want to do another series for the Fremantle Dockers. 11-11. We could have got the job done. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment down below what other team you want to see me try and rebuild. And I'll see you guys in the next AFL Evolution